What does Japan think about Wuthering Waves? They have apparently a lot of issues, and Ryuku Sensei is I made a video on it, and we're gonna dive deep into this video and see what's going on. Ryuku is an amazing upcoming Wuthering Waves content creator. Please subscribe, comment down below. He's always in my chat. We're always talking and stuff, so he's definitely the homie. I'm gonna give my feedback, give my 2 cents on this, and maybe some hot takes will come along. So let's do it.
We often hear CN thinks this or CN thinks that, but what about the other superpower in the East? I'm talking about North Korea. Japan, of course. I was interested in what the JP players were saying about Wuthering Waves, so I set out to find out what they liked and what they didn't, and everything else in between. But before we look into what they thought about the latest beta test, first we have to find out what they thought about CBT1. So I combed through as many videos in the YouTube archives and compiled a list of the main things that kept getting brought up, both good and bad. So in no particular order,
I'm curious.
They loved the world lore, such as tacit fields, echoes, and the generally dystopian vibe. But in saying that, con, the story itself was difficult to understand, and they couldn't follow along with what was being said.
First story was good. Like, the story is good with Crownless, but they gotta add that back. They gotta add the aggressive Crownless again, just for no reason. They just gotta add it again. It was so freaking good. I don't know why they took it out.
More on that later. Pro.
Okay.
The parkour was smooth and interesting. They were particularly happy about running up walls.
Yes. With this alone, yes, 100%. I agree with that. That's awesome. Easy win, yeah, 100%. I agree.
The parkour was too smooth, in fact, and they ended up climbing walls they didn't intend to. Pro. They loved not having to worry about stamina when moving around the map.
このゲームのダッシュした瞬間スタミナ減るんですけど、ダッシュし続け
Dashing out, if you
ると
continue running, you
なんか
actually
ダッシュモ
recover
ードにな
stamina.
って
Okay.
スタミナ減らなくなってむしろ回復していくんですよ。これがいいなと思って、フィールド
I think
移
this
動
is
する
much
とき
better,
はダッシ
especially
ュ
when
をし
running
続け
around
ら
the
れるん
field.
ですね。
Con. They hated getting stuck under stuff when climbing.
Yeah, there was
Unfortunately,
unfortunately, it's still like that with certain things. Like, certain areas will get you a little, like, it's like a little clunky and you just can't get out of it and you have to just drop down and start over. It's not a big deal. It's still better overall. Still a nice quality of life thing. Getting caught under obvious ledges is fine, but get stuck on a part that looks climbable too. Yeah,
Pro.
I see.
They loved the character designs, particularly the female MC.
I think the cutest is, okay. Probably female MC, okay.
This one guy said he just liked characters with boobs.
Oh gosh.
I get it. Con. The NPCs were completely expressionless.
I mean, have you seen Taochi? Like, even though they're supposed to be really, okay.
主要キャラはね結構喜怒哀楽ちゃんとしてるんですけども、ちょっとモブキャラのことも見てやってほしいなと
They put as much effort into the
So I
NPCs.
guess that one guy doesn't mind.
Yeah.
They liked the size of the open world, the environment in general, and particularly the quality of the graphics.
They make use of the darkness to express the beauty shown in light. Yes. Yes, I actually like that. I like that take a lot because they do the way they express certain characters. Like, yeah, this isn't this dead area, but sometimes a character could stand out based off like their color palette. So they stand out a lot more, even though they're in like this gloomy area, you know? So I definitely agree with that.
Con. They thought there wasn't enough variety of puzzles.
Many puzzles, and once you figure out the rest are easy. Okay. Yeah, the puzzles were a little weak in CBT1. They were pretty weak.
Pro. They liked the skill tree system and the customization and complexity it brings. Con. They thought all the weapons look alike. Pro. They said it's easy to pick up if you've played Genshin.
The people who played Genshin, this is, yeah. Say it, bro. Don't. It's basically, no, you did it, dude. I thought you were gonna say it's pretty easy to pick. No, why do you say Genshin 2? Okay, whatever. I'll let that slide, bro. I got you. The UI is exactly the same. It doesn't feel different / awkward. Okay.
Genshin comparisons just because it's JP. Con.
Yeah.
Dialogue has
I thought we were.
Con. Dialogue sounds unnatural. Con. Can't read names because no furigana. Con. When they could read it, the dialogue made no sense at all. Like it was playing telephone by running the text through Google Translate into one language, then another language, then another and another until it lost all semblance of the original meaning. Con.
I see.
If the dialogue was translated at all. Con. Or if there was even any dialogue in the first place.
Yeah.
As you can see, it seems JP's biggest concern was the overcomplication of the story and severe localization issues. From what I saw, I think they had it a lot worse over there compared to the stuff I've seen in English release. So pour one out for them having to go through that. But we already knew all that. The devs even stepped up and said they rewrote 90% of the story because that's what most people were having issues with.
Which is better now. I know a lot of people don't like the crownless thing. But dude, honestly, the story is pretty freaking good, dude. It is so good, well written. I'm gonna say it again. I think it's better than Genshin's, bro. I don't think Genshin's story is that good.
So what about CBT2? What's the verdict? Overall, they seem pretty happy with the results, but still have a few issues.
Dude, that is crazy. Bro. Dude, that happened to me, and like you can't get out of it. You're stuck, and just you'll die. You'll literally die.
Everything they originally liked in the first test, they are still happy with, such as the combat, ecosystems, etc.
Dodging is awesome. Yes, 100%.
But regarding the changes, they noticed that the cutscenes were considerably better and more interesting to watch.
100%.
And while some people really like the dark, dystopian aesthetic in CBT1,
I
had the impression it was more of a darker game, and I actually really like that. Yeah. Have definitely changed. Okay.
they admit that the world being made a little brighter, it makes exploration more fun and is probably more appealing to the majority of people. They also noticed that the crownless battle was considerably easier and that the skill animations look a little flashier.
Been made yeah, it was definitely a lot easier. Yeah, bro, honestly, CBT1 first crownless fight was tough. I know a lot of people when they first tried that beta, a lot of people got destroyed by crownless. I did too. I lost the first fight, and it was actually pretty hard. It was not an easy, like it wasn't impossible, but you could definitely feel like, okay, this is going to be a really tough game. Like there's going to be a lot of challenge playing this game, right? I didn't get that feeling in CBT2. CBT2 was just, it was way too easy.
CBT1 about getting stuck while climbing was addressed, and they really appreciated it.
Love it. Yes, I love it.
They still like the female character designs. I saw several times people saying that they were glad that there are older characters such as Yuan Wu.
Get this blue. Yep.
They called him an Ikeoji, which is basically something along the lines of a hot older guy. Or in other words, a DILF. A dad I'd like to But it's not all sunshine and rainbows though.
Jesus.
There are still plenty of localization issues, with some parts still completely in Chinese or just having a placeholder text.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot. That's funny.
Translated is a lot easier to understand and sounds much more natural compared to before. They still feel there is a little too much in terms of jargon, which they worry will turn people off. Reason being is that in comparison to English, if they can't read a kanji, they might have a general idea what the word means, but otherwise can only guess at how to read any particular word.
What is this girl called? I don't know, do you read this?
People
Okay.
saying that they wished it was voiced, both to add to the immersion of playing the game, but also because it would help to hear how words are supposed to be read.
Yeah.
A minor thing I noticed is some people noting the
That
lack
is a
of
good
male
point.
characters in the
It's a very
beginning,
good point.
especially if the player chose female rover.
I haven't seen a single. You could choose male rover to start. Yeah. Only girls exist in this world. Yeah.
I guess they wanted more DILFs. Okay,
Yeah,
I alluded to
they
this
probably
before,
did.
so let's address the elephant in the room. What does JP think about Wuthering Waves in comparison to Genshin? Throughout all of these videos,
I'm actually interested in
it was
this.
hard to go 2 minutes without Genshin being brought up, either in the context of Wuthering Waves looking too similar, or Wuthering Waves being much better than Genshin.
In regards to the problems many people have with Genshin, think of this as the game that fixes all those issues.
Their words.
Thank you so much for saying that, bro. Oh my god. Thank you so much. Oh my, bro. Whoever said that, yo, major shout out to you, bro. Oh my god, that's amazing. What a great take.
Here is all about
Thank
how
you
they
so
feel
much.
Wuthering Waves might not take off because it's too similar to Genshin. They worry people wouldn't be interested to start something new if they look like they're essentially the same. But they don't mean that as an overt criticism. They state multiple times that they prefer Wuthering Waves, just that they are worried about its widespread appeal. Several times, however, I heard people say
I'm actually really worried about, yes, the widespread appeal. I'm actually very worried about like how they're going to get the word out on this game, how they're going to market it. Like, the CBT2 was a good move to like market it with like the bigger content creators, whether it's Genshin, Honkai Star, or whatever the case may be. They didn't stick around and they had their own reasons for that, which is fine. I'm scared that might be a similar case for global. I'm a little worried about that. They really need to knock it out of the park. They need to get really huge influencers to put this game on the map so a lot of people can download it and try it out. They just need to try it out and see if they're gonna like it. I don't know, man. That part actually worries me a lot, and especially being a content creator in Wuthering Waves, I want the community to thrive and grow, because if it does, then content creators can grow from it as well and sustain on upcoming pieces of content that we could keep creating over and over again. And since it's a live service game, it'll be easier. But the first thing they need to do is get as many eyes as possible, as many downloads as possible, and then gather that community and then keep that community sticking through till the very end.
Wuthering Waves was actually closer to Tower Fantasy than Genshin, so there's also that too.
I think the UI and the icons are more closer to Tower Fantasy, if anything. Okay.
Though Tower Fantasy also has its own Genshin clone accusations, so I guess it
yeah, because, you know, Tower Fantasy had, like, you know, they had the customization stuff. So when that game came out, everybody was trying to make Genshin characters, right? So in my opinion, I think it's Tower Fantasy's, like, the dev team's fault for allowing that. Because if they were not allowing that, then they could have probably, you know, not been as compared to as much being called the Genshin clone. You know, they messed up by doing all the hairstyles, all that stuff. And I don't think that was a good route to take with that game. There was hairstyles that looked exactly like Genshin characters, you know? So I don't know. That's my take on that. I think they made a mistake on that, honestly.
Very much. Lastly, as a cherry on top to finish this video, I want to go through which characters have the most support. There is this poll on the official Japanese Discord for Wuthering Waves in their Oshikara channel. So it's not a huge sample, but I thought it was interesting. Going from least popular to most popular, we have Juen, Verena in English, Morutefi, which is...
Wait, least popular or most pop? Wait, hold on. What did you say?
But I thought it was interesting. Going from least popular to
least
most
popular,
we have Juen.
Damn, Verena ain't getting no love, dude. I'm so sorry, Verena. I am so sorry.
Verena in English, Morutefi.
Mortefi that's wild, bro. Mortefi is gonna be so good for endgame, bro. People don't understand. They do not understand. He does off-field damage for you. You know what I'm saying?
Mortefi, of course. Yuan Wu, Shika, which is Chishia,
wow.
Aruto, Alto, Sonota, Other. Who exactly are these others? It's a construction girl with the abs, isn't it?
Oh my god. Yeah, this guy need to be playable.
Maybe it's the other DILF. Byakuren, Baiji, Indin, Yinlin. JP clearly doesn't know quality. Let me just add my vote here.
How do they not have her one?
Encore, Taoki, Tauchi or Tauki? Okay. Yang.
Okay.
Yang, Kien, Jian.
Okay.
Shouhakusha, Jose. Female rover, Tankin,
Danjin.
Shouhakusha, Danse. Male rover, and the most popular character is Sanka, otherwise known as...
Wow, Son. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. CBT 1 came, I was a Danjin main because she was actually a lot stronger and her voice acting was way better. I'm not gonna lie. She came off as like this crazy, psychotic, like a bloodthirsty kind of girl. Like just like it was just so sick. Like she was just way more fun to use. And then in this one coming around, I'm actually using Sanhua a lot because she's just so much fun. Her attacks are so flashy, and if you could pull it off, it makes the combat look really good and it makes you look like you know what you're actually doing. It's so much fun.
Sanhua in English. This poll doesn't necessarily show the characters that JP don't like, just the characters that they like the most out of all of them.
Yeah.
No ranked choice voting here either, unfortunately.
I mean, it's good because I mean Sanhua is free just from a daily login, so you'll be able to get a free Sanhua, Yuan Ru, Baiji, Chixia, and Yang. All those 5 characters you basically get for free when you first play the game. Hopefully, if they have that same reward system, that's pretty much what you will be getting.
It's also not the most up-to-date, as it was posted before Janshin and Caltros were announced, so they are most likely the others I was joking about earlier. Just so you know, Janshin's name in Japanese is Kanshin, and Caltro is Kakarot. Seriously,
Kakarot.
Would you just make his name
Leave
Kakarot?
it Kakarot. I agree. 100%.
So yeah, that's what JP thinks of Wuthering Waves.
This was a really good video, dude. Oh man, rest in peace, Akira. Dude, this is such a great video. Major shout out to Ryuk. I'm gonna leave the original video in the description below and his channel as well, so you guys could go sub to him, check out his channel. His channel is just literally starting, but it's looking so sweet. So definitely, I would really appreciate if you guys go follow, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Show him some love. Let me know what you guys think about this. I mean, honestly, some of the takes that the Japanese community had on Wuthering Waves, I actually like this video a lot. It gave me a lot of insight because I had no idea how they felt about the game. So hearing this feedback and all that is really interesting to me because they have a different mindset compared to, like, you know, people in the US. Some takes were good, really good. Some were kind of bad, but overall, it's nice to hear from a different community as well. So I really enjoyed this video. Thank you so much, Ryuk, for giving us an insight on the Japanese community specifically. And yeah, guys, let me know in the comments below how you guys felt about this. Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you guys soon.